Good afternoon, church. Officiating ministers, members of Doyle's family, friends. Today, as a grateful people, we are gathered here to give God thanks and to reflect on our hearts go to you during this painful time of tremendous loss. We cannot estimate the huge burden of irreparable loss to the extended family and the extensive circle of colleagues and friends and comrades and all those who are bereaved and mourn this loss. Accept my sympathy and support. You are in my prayers. Earl Doyle, the strong pillar of PNP. Earl and I go way back to the days when Deanie and I would visit Earl's parents, Tata and Mrs. Doyle's, at their home in Golden Run. However, it was not until 1989 we had over 18 functional registered PNP groups by December 1983. Thanks to Earl and a young committed team of comrades, some of whom are here now, not so young. Lorna, Mott, Sandra, Marlene, Blossom, Cutie, and some others. I'm not seen too well, so I can't see all of you. Earl developed the motto, on a mission with a vision, in 1983 for the Maigoli Division. On a mission with a vision. That was Earl Doyle's doing in 1983. And that group of young comrades, they painted the place orange. With Earl on the road every day. Who was Earl Doyle? Who was he really? What characterized this giant of a man? Earl was a fearless warrior who stood firm in all occasions. When you see Earl Doyle, you see PNP. When you hear Earl Doyle, you hear PNP. His unwavering dedication to the party and his undiluted zeal to make Maigoli Division the best organized division was part of Earth's DNA. And we can recall that from 1983 until I resigned in 2003, the Maigoli Division could be classified as the best organized division in this part of the PNP vineyard. Earl on the road. He was articulate. His ability to argue and long arguing on any topic. And some of the names I mentioned before, they can attest to some of the tongue lashing that I got from Earl. He made me a better counselor. But he wasn't afraid. He was bold. He wasn't afraid to say, what up? Step up. And step up I did. He even did that to Deanie Peart, the bad Deanie Peart. Earl was fearless. Earl had a remarkable memory. He was able to recall comrades' telephone numbers and even the PDs where they voted. Earl yielded no ground for anyone who questioned his authority of the party's constitution and bylaws. He was an asset to us, and we benefited enormously. Since 1986, my first election with Earl, we analyzed every election day activity to plan the road program and the strategy for the next election. And sometimes I sit in front of my computer looking at the numbers. Earl knows the numbers in my head. Understand what I'm saying, comrade? So after 4 or 5 years, it was like a rehearsal. Like I said, he was an asset to us, and we benefited from it. A stronger and more resolute comrade there never was, nor is ever likely to be. He loved his family. He valued education. I saw his grief and his pain when his big brother Lloyd passed away a few years ago. I had to come to Golden Run to sit with him a couple times. Earl's grandson, Rajay, became his little sidekick. Typically, Earl and I would talk every day. Twice a day. Every day. But recently I realized that Rajay was handling Earl's phone. And sometimes when I call, I figure Rajay would decide whether to give his grandfather the phone or to continue playing his game. Can you guess what he did? Guess what he did? Well, here what happened. Earl and I had to just rearrange when we talk. Rajay is a smart kid. Smart kid. Earl forced a few of us, Raj, Bevo, Gavin, and Dini, to come out of retirement to form what Earl called the re-engagement team based at Raj and Bevo's house in Bushy Park to assist Councillor Kennedy in the Maigoli division before the last local government elections. Earl was on a mission. He never stopped. We spoke normally twice per day, but during that period he called us every meeting. He just called, keep calling to get us to come out of retirement. The rest they say is history. Earl was on a mission. His final mission, perhaps. Well, it turned out to be his final big mission for the division. For that election day, we have never worked so hard. I tell you what Earl did. Earl left Golden Run. Earl made sure the 3 polling stations in Golden Run were okay. And then he drove to Ballinure. Did that for those in Ballinure. Then he went up to St. Paul's, Kensham, and spent the day there getting out comrades to vote. And at 4:15, he left Kensham Road, came back up here to make sure everything was ready for the boxes to go down to Mile Gully. That was Earl Doyle, on a mission with a vision, hitting the road. It was my privilege to have known him. I have lost a comrade, a true friend, a confidant. He will always be treasured for his unwavering support to me. By any measure, Earl has left an indelible mark. His impact on the Maigoli division and Northwest Manchester will resonate for generations to come. It cannot be erased. Earl's legacy cannot be erased. May his soul rest in peace and light perpetually shine upon him. Sleep on, my comrade. Sleep on, my friend, and take your rest.